Okay, let's discuss the second presentation. It is about learning differences of geotourism and tourism geology. There are 7 main characters as differences of geotourism and tourism geology in aspect of purpose, variable type, knowledge type generated, outcome, user type, tourist interest type, and tourism market segment. We will discuss one by one briefly. Okay, this is the first about purpose. Geotourism purpose is to support geological conservation, to be sustainable tourism, to improve visitor experience, and to encourage local economic growth. On the other hand, the purpose of tourism geology is to support tourism by deliver proper geological knowledge to make the tourism related professional able to solve tourism problem that link to the geological feature. Variable type in geotourism is mainly non-geological variable. For instance, during developing interpretative panel, we need to understand how to make geological term understandable for public. So we also need to know what is general level education of the visitor as target, what is main purpose of visitation, and will they bring their kids, and etc. etc. Geological variable is the main variables in tourism geology. For instance, to determine difficulty rating of a river for rafting, some geological variables play are steepness of the slope, rock type, and structure of the rock itself. The distinction in purpose and variable have consequence to knowledge type generated. Non-geological knowledge is the knowledge type generated in geotourism, since social variables play critical roles. For instance, it is better to use simple words with analogy relating to daily rather than putting more technical terms to explain geological information for public, which is in this context is about explaining the life of dinosaur. On the other hand, variable type in tourism geology is mostly geological variable interaction. Thus, knowledge achieved is geological knowledge. Geotourism able to generate final tourism product related to geology, such as interpretative geological panel, guidebook, geological souvenir, or geological tour. Tourism geology scope able to produce geologic knowledge in the form of scientific paper or report. Thus, the outcome of geotourism and tourism geology are really different. The outcome of geotourism work can be used directly by end user, that is tourists, and also next user, that is tourism related professional. The user of tourism geology result is tourism related professional such as park manager, tour operator, and others. It is hard for tourists to use the outcome of tourism geology. For instance, tourists read a geological report. It will be really confusing them, of course. Geologic interest is tourist interest in geotourism, while market is geotourism market segment, and maybe also include ecotourism. Tourist interest type concerned in tourism geology is all tourist interest that connected to geological feature. Moreover, tourism geology also concerns all tourism type market segment concerned in tourism geology. We will discuss this more detail later. Okay, a summary. There are a lot of differences among geotourism and tourism geology, and those differences explain that those two are designed for different purposes. Later, we discuss definition of tourism geology.